Yay, a caller. Daniel from Oklahoma is on the line. Daniel, how are you?
How you doing? I've been listening to you here for, I don't know, about the last 30 minutes or so, and you've just been killing it. You've been
Thank
really
you.
Speaking my mind in a lot of ways.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm a little nervous, but I appreciate the compliment. Thank you.
Yeah. So one thing I was hoping to call in about, something I've been encountering for, well, I guess a while now, but to some degree more in about the last week, and that is I'm a white guy from Oklahoma, and I really believe that Bernie is the best for many minority groups. I think he's probably one of the most genuine people. He actually has like a long history of caring about the issues for people of color. And I find that it's very difficult to be respectful and attempt to convey that to people of color on Twitter or different social media because it sounds so presumptuous. Once again, I'm just a white guy from Oklahoma. I don't experience these things firsthand. And I find that it's really difficult to converse and not sound, in a way, just white-splaining, you might say. Like, how do I convey this without coming off that way?
Yeah, I know that's a question I get a lot in Facebook messages too. Like I'm able to talk to a lot of people and interact because I am so involved. So we're already all so involved. So it's easy for us to have a conversation with each other, but to talk to someone who's maybe skeptical. I do it no matter who I'm talking to. I had to do this with my mother, and I'm about to do it with my aunt. My aunt will turn 60 this year. I'm sorry, you guys, for telling your age and telling your business, but they're 60-year-old Black women. My mom is going to phone bank for Bernie for the first time. She's never really been involved in a political campaign. We're doing this the first time together, both of us being involved. But I just talked to her. I just talked to her. I asked her about what she valued, and I explained to her why it was important to me. That's a little different because she's my mother. My aunt told me today on Facebook she has no intention on voting. She definitely is not voting for Bernie Sanders, no matter what I say to her. Well, I asked her, I said, please just give me 15 minutes and just hear me out. Again, that's different because they're related to me. But I think in talking to people, the biggest thing is like connecting people about values. Like, what do you value? What are the issues you're concerned with? Because I know, a lot of people get snappy and you're like, well, we already know. But I find that a lot of people really actually don't know. A lot of people who say they do know the record, they do know this, that, and the other, or they'll counter well, he voted for the 94 crime bill. Well, that is true. He did. And today, if we're to believe the CBC that their judgment is better than everyone else, most of them backed it wholeheartedly without reservation. I think Bernie explained then his rationale. He's explained now, in hindsight, his rationale. And I think we need to look at the consistency. So I just really look at talking to people. I think it's easier when you do actually have a personal relationship with the person to talk to, or at least you build a rapport of talking to them. I think just showing up, I think the difference in terms of like, with whitesplaining is that, and I've had this problem, some of y'all have seen me in videos or on Ben's show or people read articles, but I have people who will challenge me on things again, like the picture that's not Bernie. Well, how do you know it's not Bernie? That could be a Hillary lie. Dude, I'm trying to tell you right now, like that's not Bernie, just please stop. So, I think there's different levels, but when you're talking about like the issues, or at least if you suggest that maybe, I go back to the racial justice plan. I really do. Because I really think when you start there, the 5-point plan, talking about the 5 types of violence inflicted upon communities of color and individuals of color, I think that's a very strong piece to start from and to talk about or whatever. But I think that even if we feel that Bernie is the best, like for some people psychologically, just that phrase just sets people off and they're going to shut down on you. I have found that just talking to people myself as well. So there's another sister that it's called the Kinfolk Collective, generally really agree and enjoy her posts and stuff. She has a piece today similar to the Charles Blow piece. And the thing with you is that everyone always says, well, we're not saying that Hillary's better, but my only issue when we have all these different pieces that hit on Bernie only is that the default to people who are looking at all this is that Hillary must be better. She must be more deserving of the vote. And that's simply not true. You got to know your audience. You got to know who you're talking to, because for some people, hitting Hillary and going negative may not work, particularly if you're talking about older Black people who do, for whatever their personal reasons are, highly respect her. So, it might be easier I don't think you should discount yourself because you're just a white guy. No one's just a white guy. No one's just a black girl or whatever. But I mean, I think we all have relationships and stuff that we need to build on and try and work from there. Okay, I have Ken from Hawaii.